What up, people? Welcome back to Rad TV. A lot of people have been losing their EBT cards and their EBT benefits and their SNAP benefits, and Cosmic Verse has made a banger, and we're going to react to it. You're going to see what these people are saying about Trump taking away Section 8, SNAP, and food benefits. Listen, I'm going to link his original video in the description below. Go ahead, subscribe to his channel if you want to, if you want to watch the original video without my commentary. But without further ado, let's hop into this video. Smash that like button, leave a comment. Let's get it.
I only pay $50 in rent. Does that make you angry? Does that make you shiver in your boots? Does that make you want to punch me in my face? I pay $50 for a 2-bedroom for my family of 6 with the help of your tax dollars. Thank you very much.
Exactly one day later, she posted this video.
So because of that video I made of my family of 7 living in a 2-bedroom apartment and me only paying $50, somebody on here was so miserable to go report me that now they gave me an eviction notice for 30 days.
So this woman went online bragging about how she only pays $50 a month for a 2-bedroom apartment with a family of 6. She was flexing like it was an accomplishment. And literally one day later, she gets an eviction notice. That's the thing. When you rely completely on the system controls your life. And the moment things shift, you're stuck. Instead of focusing on being grateful or building stability, she was out here bragging. And life humbled her real quick. Sometimes karma doesn't take years. Sometimes it just takes 24 hours.
Ouch!
So, are you going to pay for my child care then? Because if I have to go back to work, who pays for that? I have 6 kids. You think I'm going to pay for that child care? You think I'm going to pay somebody to watch my kids so I can go work?
Wow, what a question. As if she's not the parents of those kids. She's really out here asking who's supposed to take care of her kids now that she actually has to go back to work because Section 8 is ending. She has 6 children and she's shocked that the government won't raise them for her. This is the crazy part about modern society. People are offended by everything and ashamed of nothing. Having kids is your responsibility. Feeding them, housing them, raising them, that's not the government's job. And it's definitely not the taxpayer's job. And a lot of people can't seem to understand this because they have been spoiled by the Section 8 programs and all these benefits they used to get before Trump came into office. She brought 6 kids into this world, but expects everybody else to pay for it. And the moment she has to take accountability, suddenly it's a crisis. This is what happens when people depend on the system. The second it changes, they all fall apart.
To all the people that's on Section 8, he is giving y'all 2 years to get on your feet. Trump said stop being dependent and become independent. I agree.
Kudos to this woman for being able to separate feelings from the argument and actually argue the facts. Because just like me and everybody else who has a brain, she understands and agrees that ending lifetime Section 8 benefits is actually a good thing. And honestly, the point she's making is very simple. Nothing in life should be guaranteed forever if you're capable of working for it. The idea is that people should earn what they have, not rely on assistance for the rest of their lives. Yes, you could use those benefits and those programs to get to a certain point in life, but after a certain point, you have to give it up and you have to do things on your own and become responsible. Because when everything is handed to you, there's no motivation to build skills, grow, or become independent. Programs are meant to help people get back on their feet, not stay on the ground permanently. And she's right. When you work for something, you value it more, you appreciate it more, and you don't lose it the moment policies change. No matter who's in office or what party is in charge, one rule stays the same. Self-reliance is always more secure than dependence.
Because some people have had Section 8 for a lifetime. Yeah, a lifetime. And there used to be you could pass it down a long time ago. And then it be passed down and all that. Trump said no more.
Now, this woman seems to be speaking from experience, not that she herself has Section 8 or has passed down Section 8 to other people, but as if, she's seen people pass Section 8 benefits down to their family members, almost like it's, an inheritance. But now you can't. You see, a lot of people act like this is a bad thing. But honestly, if you think about it, it might be one of the best things that could happen. Because when benefits become a lifestyle instead of a temporary helping hand, people stop pushing themselves. They get comfortable and they stop trying. They stop going to work. Taking away the idea that Section 8 can be passed down forces a mindset shift. Instead of growing up expecting free housing forever, people will actually have to work, build skills, and create stability for themselves. It teaches the one lesson that will never fail you in life. If you want something secure, you earn it. Dependence keeps people stuck. Responsibility moves people forward.
I just wanted to come real fast just to make this video, just to make something very, very clear to the white man. Black Americans do not care about your government shutdown, and Black Americans do not care about you taking away our EBT and our government assistance, because Black Americans never depended on the American government to take care of us and feed us, because we never could. We were never able to depend on the government, in spite of what you may say and what you may try to force us to believe. So you can sit back and you can mock, you can laugh, and you can think that you're about to starve us to death. But I'm here to let you know that we are going to eat regardless, even if we have to hunt you animals down and roast and eat you. The delectable crackers and cheese. We will make it happen if we have to. Trust and believe me. And if it takes this government shutdown for Black people to finally come from under the government and understand that we don't need to be paying our taxes into this government, what we really need to be doing is taking care of one another, buying land and growing our own food and building our own nation. If this government shutdown and starvation is what it's going to take, then let the party begin. It's Black power, baby, and we rise.
All right, so this woman is saying that Black people never benefited from the welfare programs and that they really don't care about the government shutdown. Well, that's a flat out lie, and that's flat out wrong. Black Americans are about 12 to 14% of the US population, yet they make up roughly a quarter of SNAP food stamp recipients. Yeah, 25%. That's a real overrepresentation, and you can't just sweep that under the rug. Now, listen, saying the system hasn't helped anybody is actually false. Like, it's literally factually false. And when people use that claim to excuse threats like, I'm gonna eat white people, like she said in this video, that's very dangerous, unacceptable, and should be condemned by everyone. Listen, at the end of the day, telling the truth doesn't mean you promote cruelty. It means you demand accountability and real solutions. And that's what a lot of people don't want to do. But yeah, that's crazy that she said that Black people never benefited from the welfare programs and that they're going to eat white people. They're going to hunt them down. Yeah, that's probably one of the craziest things I've ever seen or heard a woman say, or any of these, Section 8 members who benefited from these programs say about Trump cutting off their services.
So the people who are getting kicked off of EBT or severely cut, but there are no jobs, but the government's like, if you want to eat, you have to have a job. What's the workaround? How does that going to work?
Okay, so clearly this woman thinks that Trump's policy makes no sense because, you need a minimum of 20 hours of work per week to get EBT or SNAP to qualify for those programs, right? And then she claims there are no jobs out there. So clearly she's saying that Trump's policy makes no sense because how are you supposed to work 20 hours a week if there are no jobs out there? But let's be honest, that is not true. There are actually plenty of jobs out there. The issue isn't that jobs don't exist. The issue is that a lot of people think they're too good for the jobs that are available. Fast food is hiring, warehouses are hiring, retail is hiring, Uber, Instacart, Amazon, DoorDash, Walmart, hiring nonstop. I mean, there's so many options out there. But some people would rather say there are no jobs than take work they don't like. And that's exactly why these new policies are being pushed. If taxpayers are funding the benefits, the government expects effort in return. That's how accountability works. You cannot demand free money and refuse to work the jobs that are available because you feel above them. Bills don't care about ego. Rent doesn't care about pride. And the government definitely doesn't care about excuses. And notice the irony. The same people saying there are no jobs are the same people scrolling TikTok on $1,000 phone while McDonald's is literally paying people just to show up for interviews. Work is work. Income is income. If you want more, start somewhere and build like everybody else. If you made it to the end of this video, shout out to you. Go ahead, smash that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment as well. It really helps push us in the algorithm and just, make people aware of what's going out here. Also, let me know, do you think we need tougher accountability, better support to get people into work, or both? Let's discuss. I really want to know what you guys think. But anyways, I'll see you in the next one.